Hidden Object Guru here, joined by...
The Gun Wrangler.
We're back for more Sniper Elite 3, and we have turned down the difficulty a bit. Let's just say that long-range sniping is not what the Garand is good at.
No.
I like the Garand, but it has a terrible muzzle velocity, and even like doing the 150-yard shots on the gun range, I was having to drop like 4 or 5 ticks on my scope. And so hitting a head-sized target 300 meters away, like we're expected to do in this game all the time, I just was not able to do that, as you can see last time. Even you had some problems with it.
Yeah, you might as well have handed me a sharpened spoon.
Oh,
And been like,
that's so
and-
sad.
the Garand is actually a very nice rifle.
Yeah, but
I
not for the
shot
kind
more than
of
one.
sniping. But not for the kind of sniping we want to do in this game, right?
No, even then, 300. I can do 300 with my Lee Enfield.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But I would assume that was more designed for that kind of thing as compared to the Garand, which always seemed like a 100 meters out, firefight kind of gun, not a marksman's weapon.
No, it was designed out to, I think, 500.
Wow, that seems crazy to me.
But,
All right, but we've got our Carcanos. We are ready to go.
Yep.
We are going to actually mark targets for each other. We're going to be snipers. We've turned the difficulty down to Sniper Elite from Authentic, so now when we humiliatingly die, it's not going to kick us back to the beginning of the mission anymore.
Yeah.
We will hit checkpoints. Okay, so let's start the show with some news. The hammer finally came down. They canceled Punisher and Jessica Jones. So the dream is over, everybody. No more Punisher TV shows. I don't care about Jessica Jones, never have. But it is kind of humiliating to be canceled before you start airing. Like, that can't feel good. But yeah, no more Punisher. No more, and I found out when I saw Josh Stewart tweet about it. So, oh, Josh.
It's kind of disappointing for everyone.
Yeah, but because especially I really thought it had potential to. I assume they've seen you.
Nope.
Oh, well then why did they? We just got this weird alert. They're like, we have him cornered. I'm like, I'm crawling through long grass. I don't think you see me.
Well, one guy saw me, because...
Oh yeah, okay, that's what it was then. All right.
And then I shot him in the face with the raw rod, and...
Nice. But yeah, no, Well Rod's fantastic. We both know that. So yeah, it's a little sad that it's been canceled, but sadder still is the cancellation of Counterpart.
No. You
Yeah.
can't be... You gotta be shitting me.
I wish I was. No more
Oh.
Counterpart. So...
Oh, my insides hurt.
I know, it's bad. So, let's start talking about the final episode of Counterpart Season 2. And, just kind of look back at the series as a whole. Try and think about what was it about Season 2 that did not bring the kind of plaudits that Season 1 did. And left us, in a position where we're just not going to get any more of this beautiful, beautiful show. I have my own theories, but let's go through the plotting first.
I have my suspicions, and... Did you get that last guy to the right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I know what it was.
Okay.
Literally no one ever watched the show.
Yeah, well, you say that, but Goliath just got another season, and as we learned from John Oliver, literally no one has ever seen the show Goliath. So, it's oh, boom, tagging people. The dream is alive, everybody. I'm actually tagging dudes. This is fantastic. Oh, I've missed this so. Yeah, alright, we're sticking to this difficulty from now on. I like Authentic as much as the next guy, but we're sticking at Sniper Elite. If you want to turn up the ballistic realism or whatever, but I don't want to lose tagging.
Yeah, tagging's kind of important. Because now I can see at a glance
where the guys are, yeah.
And what kind of guys they are.
That's true. No, it's great. But yeah, it's sad. I love the show. So now I'm going to talk about something I didn't love about the show and a place where the show shouldn't be loved. Okay, so here was Mira's plan. kill all of management, then pretend to be management and order it closed. And I'm like, that is a great plan if there was just a button you could trick them into pushing that second to close the place. But like,
Yeah.
how do I put this gently? Management, like, do you think they're not going to notice the 7 corpses upstairs? On the 4th floor? Like, there's 7 dead old people. They were told to have a meeting with management. They agreed to have the meeting with management. Then Mira showed up and killed the 7 old people who showed up when management was supposed to be showing up. Like, they're gonna know management's all dead and that wasn't a real order. But the whole show acts like, well, she won. Like, did she though? Because that makes no sense to me. Like, I didn't get that scene at all.
I can see that as like a short-term goal.
Yeah.
Because essentially, neither side can really do anything without.
Yeah. But they're going to put in new people in charge. Like, man, when it started and there were just 7 people doing this stuff, now the entire UN on both sides of the border is in on this. They're not going to close it because all of their bosses are dead. And when they find out the order to close it was from a terrorist, which they would know immediately, why would
know
they
it immediately? I'll give you that. They wouldn't know it immediately, but at the same time, I'm sitting there going, okay, when there's stuff as important as organ transplant technology.
I know! Why would you close it?
Desalinization.
Exactly! Oh, that's...
You
oh my
literally... You'd do some real dirt in order to
keep this thing open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like the idea that the one people, like, I understand that the people who invented it and started it would stay in charge. I mean, it's questionable how much they could stay in charge, but I understand that they would keep these people in charge. But if all of those people got murdered, and then 5 minutes after all of those people got murdered, supposedly those same people sent a order to close down the thing, no, it would not get closed.
Well, it's assuming their bodies are found right away, which is...
They would be. People know they're up there. They didn't meet in a secret location. They met in the office.
Yeah, but it's the unused top floors, though.
Yes, but my point is, the whole top floor was cleared so they could have a meeting that day. Everyone knows there was a meeting that day. Like, more than just Emily and Ian knew there was a meeting that day.
Alright.
You know? Like,
That's fair.
There's just no way her plan would work at all. If you want to start killing some people, that would be great. Oh, that was
Die
bad.
so quickly.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. That was really bad. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's happening. I can't believe I got somebody with a headshot. That was amazing. But yeah, so, like, her plan was terrible and could never have worked.
I think it could have worked in the short term. And that's all. Where are you?
I'm up on a ridge. I snuck up behind a guy, but there was another guy talking to him, facing towards him, and, well, that...
Wow, the MB5 is finally effective. So...
Nice. But the thing is, no, her plan could have only worked if there was a button push to close the door. But they have to do, as Toby points out, weeks of negotiations and moving people over to close the doors.
He doesn't actually say weeks.
It's obviously going to take weeks.
It's going to take some time.
Of course it's going to take weeks. Not everyone is just hanging out in Berlin. Like, they have people...
Also, it's the UN.
Yes,
if they were good at anything, we'd have...
There you go. The UN takes forever to do things. That's just the nature of the UN. Right? So, as a consequence, this is going to take some time, and we're expected to believe that, no, we've got to shut it down immediately. No, that's just not how it works. And again, everyone knows that a secret meeting, well, not everyone, but everyone who works at the building was sent home, and all of the security staff was told to what do you call it? Prepare for a secret meeting that day up on the 4th floor. Then, the prisoner they brought escaped, and Ian disappeared, and nobody left the top floor.
They're head of security, proving that
I know!
neither side was Eastern Europe, because Eastern Europe would have been competent.
That's what I'm saying. Like, god damn it. She had a terrible plan that, again, had there been a button to push to immediately close the door forever 1 minute after she killed everybody, then yeah, her plan could have worked. But no, this plan could not have worked in any other circumstance, and it would not have worked. So
I
yeah.
think it would have, like, if you said you've got 24 hours, because she did make it clear. You've got 24 hours, and...
But even still, the secret meeting's not going to last for 24 hours. Those bodies are going to get found. And the minute the bodies get found...
no one has any context on those bodies.
Well, okay, you say no one has any context on the bodies. We know that there's a top secret meeting there, and now there's 7 dead bodies there, and the person who was supposed to meet with them has disappeared. I think no matter how dumb these people are, they can put 1 and 1 together.
I think we've established that they're pretty dumb.
We have. The show has completely established that they're pretty dumb, but again, no matter how dumb they are, this is not complicated. Like, everyone at the secret meeting is dead, and the person they were supposed to be meeting with escaped along with your head of security. Oh, it was a trap to kill management. There you go. Like... No, there's no...
I've been shot in the spine again.
I'm coming. I'm just trying to move up slowly so I don't get killed too. I might get killed too.
There's one guy with an MP40.
Yeah, I see him. He's good at this. And then I shot him in the face. So that all worked out. I'm going to have to use some health after I've rescued you. Oh, this is bad. Yeah.
Yep.
Again, the fact is, you know that there's a meeting, right? And when no one leaves the meeting, and you go up to check on the meeting, and you find 7 dead bodies, you're like, oh, maybe we should hold off on making any firm decisions until we figure out what was going on with that meeting. Especially since Emily can just tell them. Emily's downstairs. She can just tell them what happened, because she knows everything. Like, Emily is literally just downstairs with all of the information. So yeah, no, the whole end of the show makes 0 sense. Just none. That said, how great was it to finally get Howard and Howard back together?
It was pretty amazing. And I did like the conclusion where the 6 weren't the actual plot.
Well, they both were. But yeah. If they had gotten away with it, great. But she had a backup. And that was smart. That was very smart of her. I really liked that. That was well done. Although I will say that the weird part is, what I'm going to miss is the next year could have been so fantastic. Because her plan was to close the border forever, right? And then decimate our side with the virus. But the weird part is, in the end, the opposite would kind of happen, because our side would be their side, like the Prime side, must have huge steps towards a cure to that virus. And so what would end up happening really was that it would get reopened, and our side would be willing to give them anything to get that cure to keep our side from being wiped out the way their side was. And that would have been so interesting next year. Like, oh man, wouldn't that have been cool?
Yeah.
It's such a tragedy to lose the show.
I don't know, you're just sort of twisting the knife at this point.
I know. I really am. It's terrible, because I can't believe it. Oh, and I think if I were to have the biggest flaw for this year, like... I hate to simplify the terms in this way, right? But we got into this show to watch J.K. Simmons and J.K. Simmons do a tour de force performance together. And that's why that first season, there's lots of amazing spycraft stuff going on that made that first season incredible. But what we came for was J.K. Simmons and J.K. Simmons, and what we got was J.K. Simmons and J.K. Simmons. And by completely abandoning that this year, I worry that they, hurt what the show was best at. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Because, the energy and the life in that scene where we finally get the two Howards together. And it's only then that I'm stopping and thinking, maybe it wasn't a great idea for one of the two Howards to spend the entirety of the season locked in a cell.
Yeah, but we got to see them differentiate, which was kind of important.
Exactly, but the weird part is, what you want to do is you want to see Howard Prime in Howard's life, and you want to see Howard in Howard Prime's life, right?
True.
And what we got was Howard Prime in Howard's life, and Howard locked in a box for 8 episodes. And you say, well, was he really locked in a box for 8 episodes? No, that's wrong. He was locked in a box for 9 episodes, because he was locked in a box for 6 episodes. Then they took an episode off. Then in the 8th episode, he got shot. And then he spent the 9th episode lying in a bed. So I'm not saying Howard didn't get to do anything this year, but he didn't get to do much this year.
Yeah.
And I loved so much of the stuff in the secret prison. Like, so much of that was so good. But I'm going to ask you, as a person who loves the show as much or more than I did, come on! Okay, that jump just doesn't work. I got killed by the same jump that
directly onto your spine?
Yes! How does this jump never work?
I don't know, but...
Alright, I'm in bad shape. So if you want to machine gun this guy, he's got a bolt-action rifle, so you should be able to, cut him down pretty fast.
Got him?
Yeah.
Where is he?
Right next to my body. Like, literally standing next to my...
And he creamed me.
Okay, well... Luckily, we have an autosave, so we're good to go. I think we should go do the side way and do the rockets off to the left. I think that's our better choice.
That's our...
It even saved our tags. Nice.
That's convenient.
All right. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is you get into your sniper position, and I'm going to get up onto the rooftop the way I screwed up last time, but this time I'm not going to screw up. Yeah,
because I do have a malfunctioning engine here to mask my shots.
Oh, nice!
If I can see and make them.
All right, well, I will keep tagging people for you then. That's fantastic. So yeah, I think, if you're going to get rid of what the show is to this degree, I think you have to have more goodwill built up with your audience than the show did. It had all the goodwill built up with you and me, but I don't know if it had the kind of goodwill it needed to completely change what the show is for all of the audience. I think they heard that.
But they're not sure.
No, they're not sure. They're not sure. And I'm sneaking up behind and shooting them in the back of the head while they're all looking your way. So this is actually working out okay. All right. I'm going to sneak up at the guy on the roof, and then I should be able to start tagging guys for you. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think you needed to build up more goodwill with your audience before completely transforming what the show was. Especially because, the Howard stuff was so satisfying. Right?
It was.
Howard Prime, hanging out with Emily, us finally getting to meet that version of Emily, so much of that is so good, right? But the stuff on the other side wasn't the payoff we were hoping for. I think that's safe to say. All right, I'm tagging everybody.
All right. Well, I've already downed 2.
Okay. Stay by that thing. There's somebody who's looking... Oh, somebody saw me, of all things. I thought I was behind cover. But don't worry. They have no idea where you are. They're going to move on me gradually, but I'm not going to be there when they get there, so it's fine.
Nope, they spotted me.
Oh, they spotted you as well? Damn it. All right, well, then we are in trouble.
Yeah, we're fine.
You know what? We got 2 different angles of fire on them, so I think we might not be in actually that much trouble. That might not actually be in that much trouble. Okay, there is a sniper zeroing in on me, so just give me a minute. Oh, he's actually zeroing in on you, and I shot him in the stomach while he was doing that. Nice. Someone's machine gunning at you?
Not anymore, they're not.
Bravo. Okay. I think I shot a guy's scope. Which is pretty awesome. I mean, it didn't hit him. It just hit the scope, but still, pretty awesome. So yeah, like, really... Like, it's such a good show. And then this second season... I mean, is it safe to say the plotting fell apart?
I wouldn't say it quite fell apart, but... it's... not the quality we were expecting. How about that?
No, and especially... Oh my god, especially... Is it safe to say everything that happened with Quail?
I got this guy.
Thank you. I kept missing him for a rifle, point blank range. Like, I'm 30 meters away from him. No, 20 meters away from him. Shouldn't be that hard to hit the guy.
No.
I don't know what was wrong with me. Trip mines are best used at choke points. Whoa! Okay, there's a machine gunner killing me at the building. He did sneak up on me, so that's bad.
Okay.
If you want to rescue me, that'd be fantastic. So yeah, like... The first season was so promising, but the second season got into so much trouble, and the ridiculous idea, the frankly ludicrous idea that they posited at the end of the episode, that they could contrive things so that Peter could get his job back,
yeah,
is the most ridiculous thing the show has done. And this has been a season full of ridiculous things. No! Peter is not getting his job back!
No, he is not.
He's not getting his job back! He was the source for the biggest, security breach in the history of I think, well, first off, yes, interdimensional espionage, but it might be the biggest security breach just in espionage generally.
I'd say it's up there. I mean, there were those two Americans who gave the Soviets
Everything.
nuclear secrets.
Yeah. That was bad.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, well, the thing is, the Rosenbergs, who told them how to make bombs, that wasn't so much espionage as it was what happened in the world of... in the first season of Man in the High Castle, which was scientists didn't think it was a good idea for only one side to know how to make nukes. So they got people to pass the information, and the Rosenbergs were the one who took the fall. So even that isn't as bad as like an espionage situation, because it was actually scientists trying to say, we are non-state actors, we can't let, America be the only one who has nukes. And we can get into how good an idea that was, but it wasn't actually just spying. It was a different category of things.
I don't know, that sounds like communist propaganda, but...
No, it's not propaganda, it's what the scientists actually did. Like, they thought it was immoral for one side. And if you look at the writing of a lot of the nuclear scientists, you can see that a lot of them felt that way. That it was not a good idea for only one group in the world to have nukes. They thought if both sides had nukes, then it would stop there from being more bigger wars. And in their defense, I'm not saying this was a good idea, but in their defense, every war in history got bigger and bigger until World War II, and then after World War II, wars got smaller and smaller. Okay, I have tagged everybody down here in the rocketry area, so if you want to come here and start sniping while I cover you from above, that would be fantastic.
Okay. I'm gonna... Uh-oh.
Just take the road to the left. Please don't fall off that cliff. Please don't fall off that cliff. I'm begging you not to fall off that cliff.
That cliff is so damn fall-offable,
It's
though.
tempting! I get that it's tempting, but come on. Help me out here.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Because I think we're going to be able to pincer these guys. Because there's guys who are kind of hard to see from my side. There's guys that are a little hard to see from your side. We'll be able to...
Yes, I made it.
Jesus Christ. And they heard you, because now they're looking. I don't know how they heard you. Did you just shoot somebody?
Nope.
What the hell are they running to check on? A whole
I
bunch
made
of
the
guys.
jump.
I don't know why a whole bunch of guys are heading your direction, but a bunch of guys are coming into the caves, which is where you are. Alright, I'm going to wait for the sound to get masked, and I'm going to shoot a guy in the back. Alright, here we go. There we go. Alright, so I have just distracted them. They're now trying to figure out where I am. You are safe to move up and get some killing going on. So yeah, I think that there was some bad plotting this season. I think the character stuff worked. I think the character stuff was always magnificent. You know?
It really was.
It really was. That was the high point of the show, and it never stopped being great. Even the stuff like with Claire and Spencer, I think worked. Like, I really got that. And then you get that great moment with... So they set up how Howard had always, felt like a coward, and that's why he couldn't confront her, right?
Yeah.
Right? And you've got this beautiful paired moment because Spencer says to Peter, if you think she could ever go back, ask her what happened to her other. And Peter can't do it.
Oh, testicle shot.
Bravo. And then at the end of the episode, Peter can't do it. Right? And he's back in the exact same position Howard was all that time ago. Covering for his evil wife. You know? That's great.
Yeah. It really is.
It really is. The
I think
character
that-
stuff was universally great on this show.
Yeah. It was all fantastic.
But
My big beef was security was always terrible.
the plotting, no. And we used to say it's security, but no. The problem was plotting. Like,
At this point, it
it's
went
safe
from
to say
the plot's terrible to lazy plotting at this point.
yeah, it's just before we could say, well, one of the sides is just really good at spying and the other one isn't, and now it's just like, no, just everyone is as bad at spying as the plot requires them to be, and that's what's called bad writing. And it's tragic because I'm gonna nuke the cannon, so please stay far away from it.
Okay.
I am setting a timer for this. Okay, that was embarrassing. I forgot the button I was supposed to press, and I almost shot the fuel can. So I would have been even more embarrassing than your grenade situation. Oh, that's weird. Oh, no, there's the timer. Okay. The timer hadn't turned on yet. Just gonna run away. Yeah, and what happened was, now the plot was just, all of the characters were acting just to service the plot, and that is not, it's not good writing, and it really was a disappointment. Like,
Because we went from some, really, truly excellent writing
yeah, in that first season. And
to just...
oof. Mistake after mistake after mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, god damn it, though, show. I really... Still had a good action scene, though. We still got a good action scene with Howard shooting everybody at the train station.
That was a pretty good action scene.
That was gorgeous.
But
I really liked
how
the
do you
look at
feel
it.
about Ethel setting off the trip mine?
Yeah. That was weird, right?
Yeah. She's on her way out.
Yeah.
Everything's fine. Everything's good.
Yeah.
She's like,
Nope.
better nope on out of this one.
Yeah, that was weird. Especially because what I want to say was, once you've gotten to turn over the gun, before you start moving around, maybe disarm all the bombs?
No, that would have taken a lot of time, but
Hey, binoculars upgrade. We can do more tags now. Nice. And then I got shot. Ah, thank you for getting him. Yeah, that was a little odd.
I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, well, at this point, I'm
You're
pretty
just
sure you
accepting.
would have known
Yeah.
what's up. Second of all, I'm sure someone
Grenade
has,
shot! I love when grenade
nice,
shots happen. Anyway, someone?
someone would have had pliers.
Yeah, right? Just at least come and turn off the tripwire while she's busy talking to this girl. You know? Like, you know how to turn off tripwires. It's not that complicated, guys. So yeah, that... Oh my god, we were just having a bad bit of luck here. Alright, so I'm going to come
If
and
you
get
wouldn't mind.
Oh no, I'll be right there. Don't worry. Alright, so... I will resuscitate you, and then we will come up with a plan for how to approach this area that does not involve running straight at it.
Through this tiny, tiny choke point.
Yeah, we were in a bad situation. Alright, so now, here comes the fun. We're going to try and snipe people from here. Like, for example, this
jump.
guy. You made the jump. Nice. I, for my part, shot someone in the face. So yeah, I am sad that we're not going to see if the show can bring itself back. I am disappointed that that they had not built a better plot for the second season. I think it seems that Mira was an entire bad direction to go down, and your plot premise for the second season, that they had infected everyone working in the station on our side during the suicide attack, would have been the better way to go.
Well,
because one side would have been working on the plague, the other side would have been, you know, trying to figure out who in the mini thing was responsible for this. And then we would have had the thing where our side, as I just talked about, would have been desperately negotiating for the medical information necessary to try and keep this from becoming the kind of pandemic it had been on the other side. And Mira would have been trying to sabotage those talks and get the border closed once and for all. Like,
yeah.
Your idea for where the show was going at the end of the first season is where the show should have gone. There's a guy coming right up on you on your 9. Oh, wait, now he's shooting at you, so you know that. So yeah, like, I think your pitch for that show's second season would have been the right way to go for the show's second season. And
well,
I'm
strangely
really sad
enough,
it
so
didn't.
do I.
Yeah, well, no, it was your pitch. No, I'm just telling you were right. Yeah, you were absolutely right that was where they should have gone, and I think them choosing not to go there has, been what has been responsible for there not being a third season of the show.
Like,
I
you
am
don't
sad
even need to go there all the way. You just need to
start
kind of, sort of get pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, I think that's true. Also, I know this is a weird thing to bring up, but we never checked in with Mira's brother.
Nope.
That's weird. Like, that we never once checked in with Mira's brother the whole season? Like, it's kind of strange. Seems like
and
a
I find
weird
it
thing to
weird
leave hanging out
that
there.
Mira would be so competent at literally everything but poisoning Emily that one time.
I know. Well, no. Also, she was super competent, except she had the worst plan in history, and only bad writing let the plan work. There's also that. Because that's, And I mean...
once they put into a 24-hour time thing, I'm like, okay, I could believe this.
But the weird part is, even if it's a 24-hour time thing, like, it would have to be something that can't be undone. And the problem is, closing the border can be undone.
Yeah, but...
once you find out the orders aren't legitimate. Like, her plan doesn't count for the fact that at some point they're going to find out they're not legitimate orders. And even if they close the border, a week later they can just reopen the border.
Yeah, but would you open the border to, like, say, the Ebola-drome or...
Well, but again,
mid
you would if you were...
1400s Europe.
You would. You just wouldn't let people come across, but you'd start communicating again, and you'd start trading for the cure to the virus. That's the thing. Like, her plan... Like, there's no reason to seal the border forever. Because all she did was give her, like, she wants to close the border, but all she ever accomplished was giving her side the best ever trump card in negotiations.
Well, beyond that, we also have the fact that certain physical goods do have to be exchanged, like in that last exchange between Quayle's father.
Yeah.
And they say
They have to
want
move
a
a thumb
physical.
drive.
Yeah.
They have to move a thumb drive with all the data, and that's fine. You can
No,
do that.
Okay, but they didn't ask for a thumb drive with information on it. They asked for just a terabyte thumb drive.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Okay.
So they need to reverse engineer to get to that level of technology.
Yeah, in order to get the information across. Oh, those poor people on the other side.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But, so...
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like, her end game was not a good end game. Like, it wasn't going to get the job done.
Well, that said, what could possibly... It's like, okay, well, we want the antibodies.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you propose we open the door?
But you can open the door. Like, we have technology on both sides for dealing with hazmat situations. You open the door, you set up a clean room with negative pressure, so no particles can get through other side. You come in, you hand over the frozen case full of samples. Like, today in this world, we do research on Ebola, and the world isn't suffering. Like, you can turn the border crossing into a clean room with no trouble at all. Like, it would take them... It's a lot less work than some of the other stuff they've done on the show to turn the border crossing into a clean room. And so, yeah, that's the thing. Like, fundamentally, her plan isn't going to accomplish what she wants it to accomplish. All it's going to do is give... I mean, if she wanted to give her side a better thing in negotiations, then she did a great job. But she wants the one side closed for forever and the other side to suffer. And that's just not going to happen.
Well, the suffering will definitely happen.
Well, no, yes, but it won't be as bad because one side has the cure, you know? And they're going to extract a lot for that cure, but of course they're going to give over the cure. But they're going to extract all of our technological advances in exchange for that cure.
Oh, and damn it. Nazis wearing shorts.
It's the desert. Of course they're wearing shorts. Have you ever seen Indiana Jones? People love these shorts. I think they're shorts, actually, because they're canvas shorts. But anyway. So, yeah, that was season 2.
Nazis wearing jorts. What could be worse?
There's very little that could be worse than that. You're absolutely right. So that was season 2 of Counterpart. It wasn't as good as the first season, and it makes me question how good the first season was in retrospect.
I think the first season was quite good.
It was incredible.
The second one was better than average.
But it really fell apart at the end there. Like,
yeah.
It just did. It just fell apart at the end. Like, and that's why it makes me want to reassess the whole show, because it's like, you give shows credit because you assume they're building to something, but when it turns out they weren't building to anything, like, look at Lost, right?
Yep.
Lost wasn't building to anything. It was just, the whole time, it was just treading water. And they figured at some point, we'll figure out what's going on and we'll come up with a good plot and a good ending. And they never did. Now try going back and watching Lost. Guess what? You know, it doesn't play.
Yeah.
Because it only ever played if this was all leading somewhere. But it wasn't leading anywhere. It was just a show made by people who didn't know what they were doing.
I don't think that's the case with
No,
Counterpart.
that is not the case here. Because this has great drama among, in with all of the questionable plotting, right? This has great drama. Great character work, great drama, great acting. And Lost didn't have that. It just had plotting that seemed like it was leading somewhere. This show didn't have the plotting in the end, but it still had great drama. And I would put his performance as Howard and Howard Prime up with all of the great twin performances I've ever seen.
I think
know
we
it's-
have them coming in from the right, by the way.
Okay. There's still a guy at the top of this building waiting for a chance. Oh, I got him. It's fine.
Okay.
I will go check the right to see if they're moving up on us. You watch that angle. And I will try and get some high ground. Yeah, they're coming from the right. And they got me. Ooh.
How bad?
I was pretty bad. Let me just see where they're shooting from. Where the hell is this guy? Damn, though. Oh, this is bad. Let's see if we can get into the building from me. Get into that building.
I'm in the building, but... Oh, wow,
They
there's a
threw a
trip mine
grenade.
there.
There was a trip mine?
I blew up.
Oh my god. All right. Well, luckily they continue us right after we defeated the last thing, so we're fine. So, let's move on to a less divisive show, Star Trek Discovery.
That's somehow more of a disaster.
Yeah, it is. I think we should go right first, and I'll tell you why. Look at this sniper's nest up here. I figure if one or both of us can get up in this tower, we can pretty much cover the whole level from there.
We can cover the bulk of it. Do you want me to
Yeah.
do some sneaky,
That's
stabby,
what I'm thinking.
stabby?
You do sneaky, stabby up there. I'll go to the buildings past it and do the same, and hopefully this goes a little better for us.
Yeah.
So yeah, on this episode of
Discovery,
we
We
apparently
throw out
Section
common
31
sense.
isn't a secret at all.
it's the least secret.
Like, apparently everyone just knows that Section 31 is a thing. To the point where they have an insignia that anyone could look at and immediately recognize what it is. Okay. You might not understand the point of having a secret society, guys.
I don't think you understand how Section 31 works.
If you have badges that say, I'm in a secret society, you might not get secret societies. Like, there's a good chance.
Well, beyond that,
Oh, wow.
like, the whole idea is
Yeah?
Section 31 generally operates...
As a black box.
Well,
Like, they make their own missions. They have their own priorities. They're not given orders. You know? Like, they are a black box. You cannot give them an order. You cannot find out what they're doing. They are not accountable. You know? And
well, beyond
there's
that, like, they tend to use the Federation's
own
know,
infrastructure and such.
feel-good
Yeah,
BS as a way to cover their activities.
of course.
They actively use it as...
You know, as a way to
Something.
hide their darker motives and their much darker, what do you call it, methods. Right?
Yep.
And so the idea that there are badges that people know about, and that there are, like, Section 31 ships that people know about, and that an admiral can just call a meeting with one of the heads of Section 31 and tell him to do something? I'm like,
That is
crazy?
absolutely ludicrous.
It absolutely is. Like, it's crazy.
If
Like,
Picard knew about the existence of Section 31, he would shit his pants.
of course. It's the antithesis of everything the Federation stands for. But then we got Pike being like, oh yeah, my Federation roommates running Section 31. Neat.
How's
What?
it going, guys?
Hey, been a while. Let's catch up with each other. While you, a secret organization that is against everything I stand for, you know, just does whatever it wants. No, this is not...
Operates outside the law.
Yep. Oh, that guy's dead. Alright. So I think there's a guy in the radio tower over there. If you want to try and shoot him while I move up on it, that would be great.
Okay,
So just...
can you be more specific? 'Cause
radio tower to our north. Due north. There's a big red and white radio tower. There is a guy in and around that building. He'll probably try to shoot at me while I'm moving up on it. So if you could shoot him when he does that, that would be great.
Oh, I see this
Ah,
asshole.
there he is. Alright, I got him. Forget it. It's fine.
Nope.
He might not have been alone. There's a chance he wasn't alone.
Well, I got one.
Oh, you got one? Nice.
The guy who was rolling down the stairs at you was...
Oh, beautiful. Okay, boom. Alright, so I'll just check out this situation here. Aren't we supposed to sabotage radio equipment or something?
Yeah, at some point.
Sabotage radio equipment. It's just I'm in a radio tower, so you'd think this would be the place, but maybe not? Anyway, whatever. So yeah, like their treatment of what Section 31 is ludicrous. Like it is crazy that they treat it this way. It is crazy that the members of Section 31 are behaving this way. Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, let's face it. If Picard or Riker had discovered Section 31, what would have happened is Picard would have had an hour-long cry.
I think he would have been a little more proactive than that, but you're right that they would have found it shattering. But yeah, in this world, everyone's just fine with it. All right, so you go mount the tower over there, and I will sneak around the right side.
My way through this wicked big underground.
Oh no, that's where I already turned off the radio facility down there.
Okay,
we're good to go. Yeah, so you move up. I'll sneak around and tag whoever I can, and I will cover you. Oh, there's a motor pool we have to blow up. Nice.
All right.
I got one guy. Yeah, so you head up into the tower.
Swing around.
No, don't go that way. Don't go that way. That's a motor pool full of dudes. There's a staircase leading up to the tower back here on the left.
You already have a guy. 2.
I can take the tower if you don't want to take the tower. It's fine. Just let me know.
It's little. Nothing happened there.
All right, I'm getting up in the tower. You do the commando stuff. I'm fine with that. I just generally trust your shooting more than I trust mine. But I don't mind doing the sniping stuff while you do the commando stuff.
Yep.
All right, here we go. Anybody up there already? Am I hearing machine gunning? I feel like I'm hearing machine gunning. I'm a little worried about you right now. All right, here I come. Oh, wow, you were making some noise. Nice work, though.
Can't argue with the results.
No, hey, yeah. I'm not complaining. They all seem to be pretty much dead. So there you go.
Well, all right, so I shot 4 guys in about
are you near the motor pool? Yes or no?
I haven't moved much.
Take a step away from it, please. I'm about to blow it up. Oh. Man, I love watching the tanks go up. So beautiful. Oh, it killed a dude. There was one dude left. And that woke everybody up, as you can imagine.
That kind of alarmed, yeah, everyone.
Yeah, I feel like everyone now is worried about the situation. So yeah, the treatment of Section 31 is crazy. I think we can agree on that.
The treatment of Tyler. Crazy.
A little crazy.
Georgia.
Yeah. Although I guess most people don't know she's an evil empress from another dimension.
Evil cannibalistic. Well,
yeah, evil
borderline.
Cannibalistic. Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's borderline.
I got smoked.
Okay. I will come over there and try to help you.
1, 2, 3 in the open.
Yeah, but you're 40 seconds away, so I can't really snipe them. I have to run over to where you are, which is very far from where I am. So I'm hoping I can get there in time. Just try to keep me a heads up, or if I'm running into an ambush. I'm definitely running into an ambush.
Yes, one. Fuck, missed.
They got. Okay.
He's right at the bottom of the hill. Someone apparently heaved a grenade at me because.
Oh, damn it!
I wasn't crippled enough.
Okay, well...
The bulk of them are on the road to your right.
They just keep throwing grenades at you, don't they?
They've thrown
they got
just
me.
The 3.
Damn it! Oh, yeah, let's return to the checkpoint. So, yeah, treatment of Ash. Yeah, because the thing is, everyone knows Ash was a Klingon spy, right? Like, that's the thing. Everybody knows Ash was a Klingon spy, but nobody knows Giorgio is working for what used to be the Empress. And so we're in this weird situation where most people seem to think she just didn't actually die and has gone to work for Section 31. But it's like, is it not raising some more eyeballs that a famous spy and traitor is now working for our spy organization?
There is that.
It seems like that should raise a few more eyebrows than it did.
But what about the fact that, like, I don't know, Christopher Pike apparently clued in that she's not the same person.
Yeah, pretty quickly, and is not making a big deal out of it. Like,
No, she doesn't seem quite right.
there's something weird about this lady. Take that, Panzer IVs. Poor Panzer IVs.
No, short barrels, they're Stugs.
No, Stugs don't have turrets. Those have rotating turrets. So I'm sure it's an early Panzer IV.
It could be a Panzer III. I mean, this is Italy.
Boom. No, Italy's the next game. This is Africa.
Oh.
Oh, I just can't hit this guy. But seriously, dude, keep trying. I'm at the top of the tower. Where else? Seriously, dude, keep trying to hit me with a submachine gun at 150 yards. That's definitely going to work. Oh, these silly guys. So yeah, that isn't the main plot of the episode, though. The main plot of the episode, revolves around taking a trip into the mycelium network to discover what's causing all sorts of problems with it. And it is something I didn't expect.
You
They
mean
set it
total
up.
nonsense?
Well, I mean, I was expecting total nonsense, obviously. There's some guys at the base of the tower. If you could shoot them before they grenade me to death, that would be ideal.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Thank you.
And
There we go.
ranking off on me.
Like, the nonsense is kind of the brand at this point. Like, it's just what we've come to expect from the show. But, ooh, doggy. It was a little weird that... I guess we had already had this hint that his soul was still trapped in the mycelial network. But that could have just been hallucinations by Stamets. But of course, that turned out not to be the case. No, the guy's soul literally was trapped inside the mycelium network.
I'd just like to note that's not how energy works.
Well, we don't know. It is weird nonsense science energy, so we don't actually know how this kind of energy works. 100%, but you're right, it seemed very preposterous. That suddenly a mycelium version of him is walking around, causing all sorts of problems and killing the locals. And then the locals are able to build a new body for him. And use their spore teleportation devices to get him there. I will say, I thought the spore teleportation device was a nice item. Like the teleportation pod. It had a good look to it.
It's at least novel.
Yeah, no, it had a good look to it. Like, for whatever other problems with their weird ideas of technology this game has had, I did think the spore pod was a nice visual. The one thing that Sniper Elite 4 has over this game is Sniper Elite 4, when you shoot a guy in the head and he's wearing a helmet, the helmet goes flying off. That sadly does not happen here.
I do also like the biographies.
Oh, the biographies when you're sniping dudes are some of my favorite things in the entire game. Like the little bios for every character. Alright, got another tag.
Keep tagging them.
I think we might have killed most of these guys. I'll keep looking, but I don't see a lot.
Oh, I missed them by about 5 inches. 5 inches too high.
That is terrible. Alright. So yeah, I'm not going to pretend there weren't real weird stuff, weren't examples of really weird stuff this week. I kind of wish, though, and this is going to be strange, because I'm going to be attacking really how all television shows are made today and structured today.
Yep.
One of the things I found very strange is that every week, like, I guess the only thing that wasn't exactly this was the scene with the people who were kidnapped by the Red Angel and brought to, somewhere in outer space. That's the only thing that doesn't exactly follow this. But it's like every time, even when they do a threat of the week type of threat, it has to directly involve one of the characters. Like, it has to reflect on one of the characters' personal journey. Like, you can't just do an episode about a threat has happened or a problem needs to be solved and they work together to solve it. It 100% every single time has to reflect on what their personal journey is in a way that I think is too pat. Like, people can be changed and people can be affected by the things they go through, but it doesn't have to always 100% involve the exact thing they're currently working on. So, like Doug Jones and him finding out because he met the observation meteorite, he finds out that, he's just evolving, he's not dying, right? And this week, we have to fix the mycelial network. The threat is that Stamets' husband is still alive. Right? Every time there's a threat, it ties directly into their own personal experiences. And I'm like, can you not just do an episode about a planet where there are two factions fighting each other and the Enterprise has to help them out? Or the Discovery has to help them out? Or like a planet where a Starfleet ship has been caught in a gravity well of some kind and you have to use science to figure out a way around it?
Okay, what's the binocular key? Hold on. Fuck.
What?
Never mind.
Did they see you?
Problem solved.
Alright, good. I like it when problems get solved via bullets.
Okay.
See, yeah, that's my issue. That's the issue that keeps coming up for me. It's like, I want them to just do a Star Trek episode. And the closest we've had this whole year is the one about the humans who were kidnapped, right? And the humans who were kidnapped and taken to another during World War III and taken to another dimension, another quadrant of the galaxy, right?
I believe the expression you're looking for is, we might have ripped off Stargate.
Well, no. Again, I keep saying there was an episode of the original Star Trek where that happened. So it's not like Stargate invented something and they ripped it off. That has actually happened in the world of Star Trek before. But you're right that was the main plot of most of Stargate. That humans had been sprinkled all across the galaxy. So yeah, you are right to point that out. Yeah. So. That's
I think
the closest we've had to just Star Trek,
Yeah. Part of the issue is, I feel that the entire show is being dragged down by Michael Burnham.
Yeah, well, we're all on board for that assessment. Like, again, my judgment on that was a Star Trek show doesn't need a main character.
And this is one of the very few
one
things.
Of the worst main characters we've ever had.
First of all, it's one of the few main things that we actually both agree on.
Oh, completely agree, 100%.
Yes.
Michael Burnham is the problem.
But, Tilly's been increasingly neurotic.
Yeah. And she was infected by spores, but it's over the top. The way she has been neurotic lately. It's beyond what her circumstances would suggest she should be. Right?
No, the issue goes from, okay, she's a little neurotic.
Yeah.
And we like her because she's struggling and trying to get past her
neuroses.
Yeah, and that makes it a very human struggle.
Whereas now the neuroses are the whole character.
Congratulations, we now have fucking Sheldon from Big Bang shitting his pants whenever someone sits on his couch.
Yeah, and you're right, that is what Tilly is transforming into. She's not like this person who doesn't know if she can be strong, but she wants to be and she's working towards it. Right? Yeah. And that's a journey we can get behind, and now it's just, as you say, a series of neuroses. Come on!
I got rocketed pretty good.
Rocketed?
Yep, there's
So
a guy
not
with
only-
the Panzer Shrek just
Not only did they
standing
see
over
you
me.
coming, they saw you coming enough to rocket you. Damn, that sucks. All right, here I come. So yeah, and
Hey,
I
rocket
maintain that Stamets is doing a great job. I really like that performance, and I'm interested to see what happens with him now that his husband's back. Like what they can do with that character. But that said, he doesn't have the kind of stuff he had to do last year. Like they haven't given him the focus he got last year because so much of the last year was about his invention and the tech, right?
Yeah.
And that's just not what the show's about anymore. Oh my god, can I even get to you in time? We were very far away from each other. There better not be a Panzer Shrek guy waiting to kill me. Well, a guy did shoot me with a rifle, but I didn't get hit. Oh my god, there he is.
I warned you expressly about
You
this.
did, but I mean, if I had waited 5 more seconds, we'd be dead. Both be dead, and the game would be over. So
True.
I had to put in the effort. Oh wow, yeah, we are in trouble. All right, there we go. So yeah, like this season, despite the addition of Captain Pike, despite the changes they've made, it's still got so many problems.
I just got a
Yeah, I noticed that.
little bit rocketed.
All right, well, I am throwing a grenade up to where they are, and then I'm throwing
What? Because
another
there's
grenade up
two
to where...
guys-
I just got a triple kill of the Rocket Man and his friends, so...
Yeah,
We should be good now.
there is another guy up there.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, the rocketeering shouldn't be a problem anymore.
When they're pummeling me with rockets.
Now I got shot. Damn! We just can't catch a break today.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't even know where the bullets are coming from.
I'm coming.
That's bad. Be careful as you approach. Because like I said, I don't even know where the bullets are coming from. Oh, there it's up on the hill. I saw those scope flash. Alright. Wow. Nice work, buddy. So yeah, like, it's... What? How
Yeah,
does this
there's
keep
a
happening?
guy at the bottom.
I have to kill
on
the
the
guy,
hill.
the sniper
Like-
first, and then there's a guy at the bottom of the hill.
You really don't need to kill the sniper.
Oh no, he was gonna, but the sniper had a perfect angle on where I was going to be rescuing
To
you.
your left. Left.
I got him. I got him.
Alright.
There's 2 of them, obviously. All right, so they're both down.
Yep.
They're both down. Okay, I'm coming for you. So yeah, it's interesting because the show, like, still doesn't know what it's doing. It still doesn't know the kind of show it should be. And you say, well, it's arrogant. Someone could say, it's arrogant of you to say what the show should be. And I'm like, well, what it wants to be now isn't working. So isn't that isn't that all the evidence you need that they need to mix things up? Like, the fact that it's profoundly not working right now, I think is all we need to prove that they need some big changes if they want to keep this show, well, if they want to make this show continue working. And the very fact that this past week they're like, maybe we just make the show about Michelle Yeoh's character now? Like, that's their solve for the show's problems?
I think
Okay, that
my
made me
main
really
issue is they are leaning very hard into Burnham still,
Yeah.
despite
Yeah.
her being the most
She's...
person in
Oh my god. Like, the thing is...
Trek.
Was... Oh, okay, the last ones are inside the cave. I gotcha. Was Dr. Bashir conceited? Yes, he was. But he came by that honestly. Like, he actually was the best doctor. He could
was
have gone...
literally the best at everything.
He was... And yeah, and that becomes a big part of his character. Him having to deal with his genetic engineering becomes a big part of his character, and it's beautiful. And he has the potential to be the best at whatever he wanted to do, and he wanted to see the frontier. He wanted to live in the futuristic version of the Old West. And that makes him, in the first season, entertainingly insufferable. But do you know what Dr. Bashir wasn't? He wasn't the main character.
There is that, because, Burnham's pretensions at the beginning
Yeah.
and end of every episode or every major event.
God, her speeches about what things mean. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Just stop.
And I mean,
Just
you're
stop.
far left of Trotsky, and
First
even
off,
you were like, "This is
she's not
fucking
far left of
insufferable."
Trotsky. But the point is, yeah, I'm not far left of Trotsky, for the record. But no, even I find it insufferable.
And
Especially because she's terrible all the time.
well, did you see that New York Post article?
Well, if it's in the New York Post, I definitely didn't see the article. It's the New York Post. But anyway, what? What did the New York Post article say?
They had a paid article
Okay.
in some New York newspaper.
What was the paid article?
It's like, oh well, Burnham is pushing the boundaries of gender roles and ethnicity and, black and brown lovers. I'm like,
No.
hard no.
Oh, you're not getting this at all, are you? They're just desperate to, they've committed to a mistake, and instead of dumping out of it, they're just doubling down and tripling down. I'm going to say something that doesn't really fit this at all, but hopefully you'll see what my logic is when I say it. Can you line up and help me kill these 3 guys? Just tell me when you're ready to start shooting, and we'll just shoot
You
them.
mean like
Okay,
how
you were
I
ready
killed
to start
2
shooting.
guys at once?
Well, yeah, but had you warned me, I would have had the 3rd guy zeroed in. You shouldn't be surprising me with this kind of stuff. Teamwork. But anyway, the point is, in the first season of A Different World, Lisa Bonet was the star of the show. Okay? And Marissa Tomei was there, right? And Marissa Tomei was there. Lisa Bonet was supposed to be the star of the show. And Marissa Tomei was there to be the star of to show what is the drama like when you're a non-black person at a historically college, right? And those were the 2 things. It was supposed to be about continuing Lisa Bonet's character story, and it was supposed to be about the trials and tribulations of being a non-white person at a non-black person at a historically black college. And by the end of the first season, they were like, neither of these elements are working. Lisa Bonet's gone. Marissa Tomei's gone.
They're behind us.
Oh, no! Really?
Yeah.
Where is he? All right. By the end of the first season, Lisa Bonet's gone and Marissa Tomei is gone, and they got 6 seasons out of that show. Because they figured out what the show should be. They saw that what they were doing wasn't working. They figured out what the show should be, and they made the necessary changes. And wow, that sun is cartoonishly huge. I did not notice how ridiculously huge the sun was earlier. Right? So they figured out what they should be doing. They stopped doing it, and people didn't blame them for repiloting the show. They weren't mad at them for doing a new show, because it was still the first season, and they were still figuring things out. Scrubs didn't survive because they tried to do a new show in the 9th season. They tried to completely reset the show in season 9. That's harder to do. With a more episodic show, with a more not character-based show, more plot-based show, you can swap characters out as long as you're not changing what the show is fundamentally. Right?
Yeah.
So with Law & Order, you can swap out characters. And weirdly, with Star Trek, you can swap out characters. But here, because they've built the whole show around this wet rag of a character, this character who's just such a downer, and,
it's not even that she's such a downer, she's just generally bad at everything.
Yeah, she's bad at things, and she's, does not take responsibility for how bad she is at things. Yeah, and it's frustrating. Did you get credit for that collectible card I picked up as well?
I certainly hope so. I haven't been paying attention.
Okay. It would have showed up at the bottom of the screen. But you were busy shooting, so
Yeah.
Damn. I'm going to heal up while you keep shooting these guys.
Well,
Hopefully you can get this guy who's just
definitely
hammering me over and over again.
Hero
Oh, you put him
Lord.
down. It's fine. No, he's down. Oh, no, he's back up.
No, what about this guy?
And here comes a grenade.
Yep.
And now I'm bleeding out, and I get hit by a grenade.
Among other things.
Oh, that was a nightmare. So what gets me about it is, nice work. All right, now come and heal me. He was still shooting at me, and then he goes flying sideways from your bullet. It was kind of beautiful. So it's like, I just wish they wouldn't be so reticent. I wish they would look and say, we can see that this isn't working, so let's fix it. You know?
Yeah. No,
Like,
they're committing to the
they're committing to the
ultra
worst parts of
far
the show.
left social
Again,
justice.
That's not at all the problem. The problem
think it is.
not. No, it isn't. The idea of social justice isn't the problem, because there's no more social justice themed show than Star Trek. It was always about showing a future free from war, free from capitalism, free from racism, free from all hatred. That's what Star Trek is for. The problem
Admittedly.
is, what's that?
I will, in fact, give you that one.
Yes, that's what the show is. It's what it's always been about. Frigging, what do you call it? Like, Regine Roddenberry was a swinger who just like.
No, he just fucked everything that moved. There's a
No,
difference.
he was actually a swinger. Like, that's just true. Like, he was a swinger.
Well, beyond that, he also fucked everything that moved.
Oh no, he did famously, right? Like, and then it's like he made like he also. I don't know if you've seen. I think it's called All the Pretty Girls or something about that. It was like this thriller about the free love lifestyle starring Rock Hudson that he made. It's like the only movie he ever made after Star Trek. It's bizarre. About like a teacher who's sleeping with everybody, and then there's murder and such. And I'm like, wow, you are really into free love, Gene Roddenberry. Like, really into free love. But anyway, like that's always been at the core of Star Trek. The problem with it is that not that they're pushing their agenda, it's that they've so like misunderstood what that agenda is and how that means. And you're right that Michael Burnham is at the core of all of those mistakes. Like, you're right that she is the core of the problem, and she's representative of the problem, but it's not a problem of ideology, it's a problem of their garbage at storytelling. And they have hooked their wagon to a character who we don't want to see the adventures of.
Okay, where is this Stug?
That is
Or
a
this
Stug, you're totally
Panzer.
right. Or Panzer III, I can't tell. No, there's a star denoting where it is, so it'll drive us right to it. No, there's never any problem finding like targets in the game. So you remember how to destroy these, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure the Panzer Shrek will.
Oh, you brought the Panzer Shrek?
I have obtained
Okay,
a
good.
Panzer Shrek. Yes.
Yeah, no, then you're fine. Yeah, no, you're gonna have no trouble with this guy.
But no, I think a lot of it is they've leaned hard into virtue signaling and.
By the way, virtual signaling is what bad people call being a good person.
We disagree on this.
Oh, I know. Absolutely, I know that. No, can you say that they have gone overboard with trying to be inclusive with every character? That's absolutely accurate. They have let inclusivity get in the way of other priorities. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. Right? It is, and I'm not going to say it's gone mad or anything. It's political correctness gone mad or anything else, but you're right that it has hurt them through, it has kept them from seeing good storytelling opportunities and making stronger points. Did you hit it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I got a direct rear hit on that one. So.
But the problem with Michael Burnham is not that they're trying to do all of this stuff. It's that they don't understand that a character has to.
I got exploded
You
slightly.
got tanked, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Slightly exploded.
let me just hold on for a second. 1 second. Let me finish off this tank. All right. I got the Panzer. Now I'm gonna come and heal you.
Thank you.
It was a Panzer III. You were right. I knew it wasn't a Stug, but I had no idea if it was a Panzer III.
It's very Stug looking.
Because of the super short barrel. Right. All right, what are we supposed to do now, other than heal up? But what it comes down to is they're trying to make they're so focused on making a show for now that they're forgetting to make a good show, is I think the place where we can agree the problem is.
Yes. They are trying to
We can
make
definitely
it ultra
agree on that.
inclusive and figure out every little
Little nod that they can give and be open to every single opportunity to get shout out to community X, Y, or Z. No, I understand. Oh, do you still have the Panzer Shrek? Because apparently we have a second tank to deal with.
Well, then I'm gonna need more ammunition.
Oh no. Oh wait. Maybe we don't. Hold on.
Where is the second Panzer?
Oh no.
No, we're just
It
deucing out.
still said it still said the objective was neutralize, even though we were actually done.
Okay.
We did it! We actually
Yay!
did it! All right, so we are going to be back next. We might be back in 2 weeks because we have to negotiate what we're watching as well, because we can't do a whole show just complaining about Discovery.
I think we could.
Well, we're not going to. Is the
I'm just going to point out that whatever Discovery claims its motives are in terms of inclusivity and, social justice, The Expanse is doing it better, faster, and harder.
Oh yeah, no, The Expanse is the best. No one could disagree with that. And you know what? This has been a disastrous year for cancellations of our beloved shows, but at least The Expanse is coming back.
Oh, thank God. And season 3 is up on Amazon, everyone.
Yeah. So go check that out and get ready for season 4 coming soon.
Oh my God. Have you gotten the novels yet?
No, I haven't gotten the novels yet. That's going to be my priority for this year, is to catch up on those novels before season 4 starts. Although, you're going to tell me in advance where to stop reading, because I don't want to have it spoiled.
Okay.
You don't have to tell me this second. I will ask you for the list after I get the book. And can you believe that we didn't find and kill the general? Ugh.
I know. It's weird.
How did we not find the general? Because we didn't read all the information was our mistake. We didn't go and find all the war diaries. Anyway, so that'll be that. Do you have a quiz for the people about Star Trek?
About the Trek.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be about Discovery. I'm not going to ask you for that.
Oh, thank God. The name of Miles O'Brien's character in Dr. Bashir, I presume.
Oh, his James Bond fantasy.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's perfect. That is a good quiz. There will be prizes for you if you're the first commenter below the video to mention that. Oh, bravo. Oh, God.
That
Those
is
are some of the best episodes.
such a good episode.
Yeah. Such an incredible episode whenever he goes into the holodeck, you're guaranteed a good episode, but that episode is amazing.
Yep.
Oh, so good. All right, so that's that. I will let you know before we have a new episode. You can always check announcements on the Discord channel by joining it. We will see you back here for more as we work our way through Sniper Elite 3 and talk television. And like I said, we're going to figure out what else we're talking about in addition to Star Trek Discovery. But so we might not be back next week, but you will hear from us soon. But until then, I'm going to say au revoir.